And thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock, and we begin with this critical relationship between police officers and the people they serve. Tonight, crime prevention is built on community and cookouts. Our Logan Gay caught up with IMPD Chief Tanya Terry on this National Night Out.
IMPD Chief Tanya Terry says National Night Out is a reminder that keeping communities safe is a team effort because law enforcement can't do it alone. For National Night Out in the Shelton Heights community on Rockville Avenue, neighbors invited IMPD Chief Tanya Terry, officers, and Wayne Township firefighters for hot dogs, games, and conversations.
And it's very important that everybody see everybody on a human level, not on the worst day of your life, or an officer that is just seeing a murder and then coming over here. We need to see everybody on their best day, not their worst day.
And Chief Terry says it's an effective part of promoting police and community partnerships to create safer neighborhoods.
We get to listen to our community. We're not in a rush. Nobody's in crisis. And we can just listen to any kind of concerns that people have.
Paris says this park looks much different than it did years ago. She says the land was once a crime-ridden trailer park.
Every kind of criminal in the world came to these 36 trailers. We couldn't leave our house.
Now this space is a community park. Neighbors even put Chief Terry to work, cutting the ribbon on a new jungle gym made possible by nonprofit Keep Indianapolis Beautiful.
We're a part of this community too. People are the police and the police are the people. And when we come together like at events like this, I think it just concretes that idea.
Paris says the transformation started with conversations and partnerships. The same things National Night Out is all about. And Keep Indianapolis Beautiful also told me that crime has dropped 85% in that park over the past few years. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Tonight we're getting new insight into a series of shootings across our city that left one woman dead and 3 others injured. We brought you these investigations last night at 11 as breaking news. The initial scene around 8 o'clock at an apartment complex near 56th and Arlington. Police tonight are telling us that a 37-year-old man shot and killed 31-year-old Chrisline Steffen. They say a child was inside the home at the time, but ran to another apartment for help. Investigators believe it was domestic violence. So today we talked to an advocate from Coburn Place, and she told us there aren't always obvious warning signs of trouble at home.
Domestic violence almost always escalates. So there's always small signs and it gets a little bit worse and a little bit worse.
The man arrested for murder is tonight being held in jail without bond. The Marion County prosecutor will now make a final decision on formal charges. Now, 45 minutes later, a shootout in a parking lot of apartments near 46th and Arlington. 2 people were injured there. The gunfire damaged several cars. And then another person was hurt after a shooting on the south side of Indianapolis near Emerson and Thompson Road. So if you have any information about these shootings, please reach out to IMPD. Angela?
Scott, more than a dozen school districts head back to school for the first day tomorrow. It's going to be a warm one, too. Mostly sunny at the bus stop. Morning temperatures in the low 60s, close to 80 degrees for recess tomorrow afternoon. And then as students head home, expecting high temperatures in the mid 80s. 86 in Indianapolis and Bloomington tomorrow, 84 in Kokomo and Muncie, 85 degrees in Richmond. So a warm Wednesday on tap. We have just a few clouds overhead now, but easy to see. Weather system out to our west. That will have a local impact in the coming days. I'll have the timeline in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks. Monitoring the Monon. Growing safety concerns tonight where the Monon Trail meets 46th Street because a 6-year-old boy was struck by a car Monday morning. But neighbors had well-established worries before that crash. In fact, one day before, Central Indiana Cycling installed barriers, all part of a tactical urbanism project. Now, those are community-driven solutions for community-identified problems. And in this case, speeding traffic in an area populated with cyclists and pedestrians. So we talked with Anthony Cherilus, who told us that the project was not installed as planned. City leaders work with organizers to modify it because of needed sewer repairs. And then Monday morning, Cherilus told us private contractors moved those newly installed barriers to the side.
I don't know that the construction itself caused the crash, but they didn't stop in time for the child doing a child thing, making a decision that might not have been the best time to cross.
The city's Vision Zero administrator told us the crash was not the result of the construction or tactical urbanism project. This is the 5th person hit at a Monon Trail intersection this year. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. A man charged with having sex with a minor just made his first court appearance. This case is tied to an abandoned newborn found here in Indianapolis more than a week ago. The baby led investigators to 21-year-old Hernsley Pierre and the infant's now 16-year-old mother. Investigators say Pierre admitted he kept having sex with the teenager even after discovering her true age, knowing it was illegal. Pierre's trial is set to begin in October. Right now, police are looking for the person who opened fire on I-70. All of this unfolding around 11 this morning near the rural Keystone exit. Police found a man with a gunshot wound. Investigators are asking anyone with information or dash cam video to reach out to Indiana State Police. Tonight, there is a carbon monoxide mystery unfolding in Morgan County. The judicial campus in Martinsville has been closed for a week because of testing. Dozens of workers got sick. No detectors went off at the time, and testing since has not shown carbon monoxide either. Right now, leaders are taking it day by day before reopening that facility. Tonight, we're getting our first look at the Helping Veterans and Families renovations here in Indy after a devastating fire. That blaze displaced dozens of vets who lived at the apartments near 10th and Pennsylvania. Now there are more apartments and ADA-compliant units. There's an open house celebration later this week. Indy DPW is revealing its funding picks for the 2026 Indianapolis Neighborhood Infrastructure Partnership. There are 8 in total, including Speedway along Georgetown Road between 25th and 30th. And we're talking sidewalk, street, and signal improvements in this area. We've got a full list of the projects right now on WTHR.com.